Basically, it's because each thigh is an actual Robin Williams, and if I took my pants off, they would argue and do lines of blow, and then they'd kiss. And that would be weird for everyone. The piece of advice I chose to follow is to divulge personal information for the first time. I've never told anyone any of this before, as far as you know. So, the first piece of information is that I hate cats. I don't own a cat, but I fucking hate them. And you know what? They hate you too. You might own cats and you might think, my cat likes me, my cat likes to snuggle up to me late at night, my cat likes to spoon with me. You know why it does that? Because it needs to lay eggs in you while you sleep. Yeah, cats lay eggs. Fucking deal with it. And also, you know why cats are evil? Cats are profoundly evil because, and you're going to have to go with me on this, stretch your imagination a bit. 2 words. Margaret Thatcher. Now, you okay? Margaret Thatcher is a sub-dimensional being of unmitigated evil. And I didn't do any research, so I'm not sure if she's actually dead yet. But is she dead yet?
No.
Okay. She transcends time and space, so it's fucking relevant. Now, when she dies, she actually explodes and creates a rift in the time-space, kind of stream. And she sends out billions of Thatcher spores. Each spore then proceeds to whiz through time and space and find cats. Now, the spore embeds itself in the cat, and at 6 months, the cat becomes Margaret Thatcher. Which is why every cat is a total cunt, because Margaret Thatcher is as well, but the upside of that is you basically, if you own a cat and you feed it willingly and clothe it and bathe it, you've been helping Margaret Thatcher gain a tenuous, stranglehold back on this plane of reality. But you're feeding her cat food! Which is pretty good, and some of you may have had her spayed, which is public service. Also, the second confession, the second thing I've never told anyone before, is I almost killed my brother when I was 11 years old. I actually almost killed him. I was 11, he was 7. He was profoundly evil at that time because he had some very severe ADD. He was medicated. Little red-faced Danny DeVito type character. Once at a party, I asked him how he was doing and he spewed locusts at his nipples at me. For fun. And basically he and I were confined to the house on a winter's day, quite cold, and no one else was there. We've been mainlining icing sugar most of the day, and we were a little bit edgy, and I may have said something like, "You fat fuck," and he seized the bread knife, which at that point, because he was quite minuscule in stature, was kind of the size of him, so this midget's charging at me with a serrated knife. This is a true story. This is a fucking true story. My brother was trying to kill me, so I ran out the back door, down the side of the house, and my father was, and I assume still is, unless he's died in the last hour. I could call him if you like. He was and is an antique dealer, and as a result, the basement of our house was littered with furniture and bric-a-brac, and it was like a set from an Indiana Jones museum. Amazing old shit everywhere. And I thought, that's a safe place to hide. I can disguise myself as a fucking mummy or something. So I ran down, and he had me cornered between 2 bookshelves. And I imagine it was something like Bruce Wayne felt when he left the opera in No One. Fuck you, I think it's great. So, he's cornered between these 2 bookshelves, and my brother seized the knife, and he is actually going to kill me. And by the way, he has since apologised for this profusely, because he's got issues, and he said, "I'm so sorry, I almost killed you." So he's standing there about to stab me. Actually about to stab me. And I did what anyone in that situation would do. I invoked the wrath of God. I looked to the heavens, the ceiling, and I said, "God, please, please don't let this happen to me. I do not want to get stabbed. I've got blah, blah, blah." At that moment, on a bookshelf off to one side, there was an ebony statue about 1 foot high that weighed probably 15 kilos. Ebony, by the way, is the hardest wood known to man. You cannot break ebony, and ebony can break anything. They actually made the Somalian Titanic out of ebony, which never sank and is fictional. So in this brief moment, this amazing moment of clarity, I did this little prayer, and I'm not kidding, this fucking statue started to topple. We didn't touch this thing, it just starts to go, and then bam, hits him on the forehead, knocks him out, knocked him over, and he started crying. And that was weird, and he's basically somewhat less evil now, or at least he's using his evil for good. He's got a job in Tokyo. He gets paid to crawl out of Japanese kids' TV sets in a bathroom. And if you haven't seen Ring, that's fucking funny. That's it. I think I'm done. Have a good night, guys.
your first time, I would have been far more gentle with you, Paul. It wouldn't have been like when I slept on your floor in jail terms. I like that. They've got these awesome outfits, like 52